Welcome, food travelers, to another episode here in Reno. In this episode, we're here at the Atlantis Hotel, heading to a restaurant called the Purple Parrot. The Purple Parrot is a 24-hour, it opens 24 hours a day. And the reason why I included a map of this hotel is because it's not that easy to locate. It may seem like it's really close by everything else, but once you're inside the hotel, there's quite a bit of walking around. And from my memory here is coming to this restaurant is kind of by this sky bridge that kind of connects over to the parking lot and over to the other side of the hotel there. And being a 24-hour restaurant, they do serve breakfast all day. And it's a classic American restaurant, and they do have a late night menu, which is 11 p.m. to 6 a.m., which is only available during that time for like a special part of the menu. And you can go on their website to look at what is available during that time. So being a all-day breakfast restaurant, they also offer like milk shakes and different type of sweets here. So some of the items that I got here was I got this waffle dish, and I also got the eggs benedict. I was pretty hungry this morning. I don't know why I was that hungry, but yeah, I kind of wanted to eat breakfast, which I normally never do. Maybe because of all the eating that I've been doing on this trip, I was just extra hungry.
Micah, actually, I wasn't feeling well, so I actually didn't join Micah on this one, and maybe that's one of the reasons why it also took Micah a little bit to find a restaurant, because I think generally I'm the one who generally navigates us to the different places that we go, especially with Las Vegas. I know Vegas pretty well, and so when we kind of cut through and walk through places and head to different restaurants, I'm usually the one that's kind of leading us the way to those places. And in this case, I kind of feel like maybe it would have been the same thing where, because I wasn't able to join, maybe it took you a little bit longer than usual to find it, but the Atlantis Casino, it is a pretty good-sized casino for Reno, and the layout kind of takes you to little nooks and crannies too as well, so I could definitely see why it's not just straightforward and you can find the place real easy, and you kind of have to look around, because even as we were looking for the different places to go eat at the or at the casino, we did have to ask staff at times to ask for certain directions to go to certain places. But yeah, unfortunately, like I said earlier, I wasn't able to join Micah on this one as I was not feeling well, and I just could not put any more food into me, and I was just resting up to try to rebuild my eating strength and for us to get to another spot and eat in the future. And so I was trying to get myself better. But I know from all the footage and everything I saw and discussions with Micah, when I kind of saw it, I thought, oh, it reminds me of kind of a Denny's or IHOP with all the breakfast items. But maybe the flavors, I don't know, better or worse. What do you think, Micah?
Yeah, I think that's pretty comparable for a breakfast joint, like a Denny's, IHOPs, or Sherry's, if you will. And even like the layout of the restaurant is pretty large inside. But with the blinds and everything and these type of booths, it really does feel like one of those type of restaurants. So when I came to this restaurant and was kind of being seated down, it was still pretty early in the day, and I told the staff I wanted something by the window so I could look outside and while I'm eating by myself, which was great because even though there's like light traffic, you still see the mountains, a little bit like snow caps there, and that's really pretty to look at if you like nature. So having that to look at while you're eating breakfast is definitely a more enhanced experience. Another thing I did want to mention about the staff of this hotel in general, everybody is very, very friendly. I did have to ask for directions when I came to this restaurant, and I did ask one of the staff members, and he actually said no, he didn't just say, oh, let's go down here and then turn left or something like that. He's like, let me walk you to the restaurant. I thought, wow, okay, first VIP service pretty much. That's definitely different from a lot of hotels or different casinos that I've been to, and he actually walked me all the way and said, okay, he didn't just say, okay, the sign is there, I can literally see it. I'm like, dude, I don't need help anymore. But he said, no, let me walk you all the way. And he actually walked me all the way to the entrance of the restaurant, and the staff then from there walked me into my seat.
And I know one of my favorite foods is the eggs Benedict. Kind of how was it for you? I mean, did it seem look like it seemed pretty decent, but in terms of flavor wise, because one of the things I really, at least for me, for eggs Benedict is the sauce, of course, and then the kind of the yolk from the egg, and how were those?
I don't think the hollandaise sauce was as great as some of the other breakfast places that makes eggs Benedict or like specialty for that. But I mean, you saw in the video the poached egg was really good. They poached it perfectly, and it was still really runny and everything. I was not a big fan of those hash browns. I didn't finish the hash browns. I think it was a little bit on the drier side. Unfortunately, maybe they could have made it more moist and maybe added like some sort of like like cheese or something filling in the center, like some other restaurants do, or maybe have some other sauce for it. But that part was really not that great. The waffles were really good. I really enjoyed that. They gave you an abundance of waffle sauce, and they give you enough butter for that as well. But overall, like the crispiness of the waffles, and it was really airy in the center too. Just kind of like what you expect from a waffle. I can't see it being any better. Maybe if they had like specialty batter or something, or some sort of stuffing inside, that might have enhanced the eating experience of that. But in general, it was no different from any other breakfast joint for waffles.
Kind of looking at the waffles, was it like handmade or was it something kind of pre-prepared already?
That's a great question. I'm not entirely sure. But what do you mean by handmade?
Handmade as in, you go through the batter, you mix it during the day, and then of course you have the waffle iron, so it'll come up with that shape. But kind of like the casino, Mon Ami Gabi over in Las Vegas, they have waffles there too, and I really enjoy their waffles. I think their waffles are great. And with those waffles, they kind of have a little style to them in terms of a ruggedness, because it's not like how you would have an Eggo waffle, and pre-prepared and packaged, and has a certain look to it. It's just different. And this one, I'm trying to decipher whether it's like something that was already made and they kind of just heat it up and cook it, or it's something that it's actually made from the dough, poured into some kind of waffle iron, and then cooked up.
I think it's possible that it was put into iron or something. You can kind of see on the side of the waffle that they didn't really cut it out really well. You can still see it sticking out as like part of the batter, still like hanging on there. So I think it could be handmade in a waffle iron.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing that was kind of on my mind when I saw it. I could see the little spillage out, but at the same time, it just it looked like so nice, like the roundness, the shapeness of everything. It kind of reminded me of Eggos, and so that's why it kind of came to my mind.
Yeah, so if you're looking for a breakfast joint and you want all day breakfast 24 hours a day, come visit this one. And to wrap up the episode are the notables. Unfortunately for this one, there are none.
If you've enjoyed the content you've seen, don't forget to support the channel and hit like and subscribe. And if you want to see additional pictures of food and our travels, go over to our Instagram page and follow us there. And thanks for watching.